All parties in the matter of Carpenter versus Young, step forward, please.
Customer service manager Andrew Carpenter is suing his ex-girlfriend, clerk Rhonda Young, for the unpaid balance on a car loan. Rhonda says as soon as they broke up, the deal went sour.
Miss Young was your girlfriend. She came to you at some point and said she was having some financial difficulties. She fell behind in her car payments. According to you, you loaned her money, some $800 and change, to make 2 car payments. So far correct?
Yes.
And she didn't pay you back any of that money?
No.
Then she was in more financial trouble, so you agreed to take out a second mortgage on your house.
Yes.
And loan her enough money to pay off the car loan so she wouldn't have any more stress. And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month for 5 years until her loan to you was satisfied. So far, right?
Yes.
Is that pretty accurate so far?
Yes, ma'am.
When did she pay the car off?
She sent a cashier's check on the 9th of December.
Okay, so in December. So her first payment was due in January.
Yes.
And according to you, she didn't make January's payment.
Yes.
She did make February and March, but not January.
Yes.
So on April 1st, you took back the car.
Yes.
And you still have the car.
Yes.
But you say you've had it appraised for what you could sell it for. And it comes up a little short of what she owes you if you went to sell it. So you want her to pay the difference now.
Yes. I gave her a piece of paper also stating that she could make payment arrangements and contact me on paying this difference amount, and she said, no, see you in court.
Well, at this point, she's correct, sir, because you don't have fixed damages. Let us say, under the scenario that you have just outlined, I find her in breach of that contract, which enables you to take back the car. Did you make January's payment?
At the time we were going to go on a ski trip, he told me not to worry about it. I went ahead and sent it. And I said, okay, are you sure? He goes, go ahead and do it like that. But, you know, I'm going to have you write me checks after that, send them to my house, and I will send it to the mortgage company. So I did complied exactly what he wanted.
You didn't make January's payment. You made February and March. And
Yes,
when
ma'am.
did you break up, by the way?
The end of January.
And you didn't take the car back in February or March?
That is correct.
Not until April. So let us assume that I find that she breached the agreement by not making January's payment, and you had every right to take back the car. And your plan is to sell it, right?
Yes.
You have to do that. You have to sell it so that the damages that you have are fixed. How much did you loan her for the car?
$10,000.
And let's say you actually sell it and get $8,000 for the car, leaving $2,000 balance.
Yes.
And she has made 2 payments to you so far of $400.
Yes.
Which means she owes you $1,600.
What about the two car payments?
And the 2 car payments if I find that that was a loan.
She said she'd pay back.
Along with this money, because you were her boyfriend. I'm not persuaded about these 2 car payments. But let's say you sell the car for $9,000. Say you find some sucker who's willing to give you an extra $1,000. That means that your damages are only $600. So when I say you don't have fixed damages yet, Mr. Carpenter, you haven't sold the car.
Correct.
Do we understand each other?
Yes.
So your action here is premature, and it is dismissed without prejudice until you go and sell the car. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think it went well. You know, I could have worked something out with this gentleman. He just got a little crazy.
She was working 2 jobs at the time,
He would show up at places and make scenes.
so I thought I'd help her out so she only had to work 1 job.
He left notes and stuff on my car.
Never lend anybody money again.
I didn't want to be with him, and he wanted to make me suffer.
And now the next case.
All parties on Jameson versus Rogers. Step forward, please.
Taxi dispatcher Christine Jameson is suing her sister, bookkeeper Lisa Rogers, and Lisa's husband, Kent, for the return of belongings that she had stored. Lisa says Christine is a drug addict.
Miss Jameson, the defendant, Miss Rogers, is your sister, and this is your husband?
Yes.
This is not a very difficult case. Let me just get to it. Miss Jameson, it is your claim that your sister has your stuff. She took your stuff when you went to jail for a period of time. She won't give you back your stuff. You want $5,000. Your sister says you can have your stuff whenever you want it. It's in storage. All you have to do is pay the storage fee, because she's not paying for it anymore. The reason you're annoyed with her and this whole thing started is because she recently adopted your 3 children, and the adoption was finalized in February of this year. Is that right?
Yes.
How old are the 3 children?
11, 10, and 9.
How long have they been in your physical custody?
Since 98.
Were they given to you by the courts?
Yes.
Your sister's parental rights were terminated?
Yes.
Okay. Why were you in jail the last time when your sister took your property at your request?
They said that I was under the influence.
So it was a drug-related arrest?
Yeah. But as soon as they found out that I was clean, they let me out of prison and off parole.
Fine. How long were you in prison?
A week and a day.
And when was that?
It was February 13th.
Where's your stuff?
In storage, I guess.
Her stuff in storage?
In storage, yes.
All of the stuff. Where did you get it
Everything.
from?
She was living with my father in a mobile home. Everything was taken out of the mobile home because he was evicted due to her drug trafficking.
All I'm asking you is, her stuff was taken out, furniture, clothes, everything else?
Everything was put in storage.
Did you tell her that you put it in a storage unit?
No.
When did she find out that you put it in a storage unit?
The day she got out,
Which was,
the 21st of February, I picked her up.
why didn't you take it out the 21st of February?
Because it's in her name.
Did she
And-
go up there with you once?
Yes, April 7th.
What happened on April 7th?
I opened the storage and told her to take what she wanted. She took a small box of makeup. That was it. She
No.
didn't have room to put anything else.
Fine. Very, very simple. The court will issue an order that as soon as you pay the storage fees, Ms. Jameson, you can go and get anything you want out of that. You can empty it out, and you are going to do that within 5 days. Is that
I can
fine?
do
Then
it
you can get all
today.
your stuff. Why?
I can do it today.
Fine.
They have to be there,
Perfect.
though.
Will you put your hand down? Will you sign and notarize letter that she is entitled, as soon as she pays, all the storage fees to go in and take whatever she wants out of storage?
Fine.
What about my jewelry she has?
Do you have any of her jewelry?
Yes, I do.
What jewelry do you have?
I have a bag of jewelry.
Go over.
I paid $100 for this so she would not pawn it.
Listen
No.
to me. Listen
No.
to me. Give it to her. You don't want to bother.
I don't want any part of it.
Bird, take the jewelry. Give it back to her.
What about my $100 I gave her for that?
You have 3 nice children?
Oh, yeah, of course I did.
Terrific.
Thank you.
You got the jewelry back. You go get your stuff as soon as you can pay for it. I'm telling you that she doesn't have to maintain the storage anymore after next month.
That's
Listen
fine.
to me very carefully, which means the storage company has the ability to snip the lock and take your stuff and throw it in the garbage. So you have 48 hours, because you said you can do it today. So you have
Yes.
2 days to go there. Pay for the storage. I don't know how much it is.
What about my dad? Doesn't he have to pay half? Half of it's his. She put it in there. I didn't ask her to.
You want your stuff back?
Yeah,
You
I
pay
want
the
it all back.
storage. Do you
Okay.
understand?
That's fine.
Good. How much is storage?
$395.
You have the money?
Yes, I have the money.
Good.
Do I get everything that's in the storage?
Get everything that's yours in the storage.
I have
Okay,
pictures
well-
of her items.
Then she would have to have my dad pay for his other half. Why should I pay the full storage?
She's not having her dad pay for anything.
well-
You have to pay $395 if you
Okay.
want to get your stuff out of storage today. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Period. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
This proof, all she wants is money.
I mean, all I wanted was my stuff. I didn't want the money. I just wanted my stuff.
She got thrown in jail and got her father kicked out at the same time, so we moved everything into storage so she wouldn't lose it. And now she's trying to sue us.
She's always been like this through we were little. She's always been jealous of me.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Electrician Jason Stries is suing his ex-wife, Charla Stries, for child support costs. Jason says he has custody of Charla's daughter from a previous marriage. Charla is countersuing, claiming Jason won't let her see her kids.
Your Honor, this is case number 50 on the calendar in the matter of Stries versus Stries. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Mr. Stries, the defendant is your former wife.
Correct.
How long were you married?
All together, about 6 years.
And you have a child together,
Correct.
boy or a girl.
Girl.
And you have custody of that child.
Correct.
And Mrs. Stries has a child from a previous relationship. How old is that child?
9.
And you also have physical custody of that child.
That's true.
And how long have you had physical custody of both children?
Both children, about 2.5 years, maybe a little bit longer.
Is that when the two of you separated 2.5 years ago?
No, we actually separated in August of '99. And then when we separated, a short amount of time went by, and then she left the area with Felicia and Cameo. to Arizona. And then I flew down and got the children in her and drove back in her car. And from that point on, I've had the children.
Did she remain with you?
No, she stayed about 2 months, and then she drove back.
Leaving you with both children?
Correct.
And you've had them ever since?
Yes.
Your lawsuit says that your former wife receives child support for the older child from the older child's father.
That's right.
And you have not gotten that money.
No.
And the child's been in your custody. So you are suing her for that money.
Correct.
Not child support that she should pay you for your daughter and her daughter.
No.
She doesn't pay you any child support, I assume.
Well, she's starting to now. There's an order in place.
But prior to that,
Yeah.
she hadn't given you any support for your daughter.
No.
And she hadn't given you the support money that she collects for Cameo.
No.
And that's what your lawsuit is for. Not for the support for your daughter
No.
for the last 2.5
That's right.
years, but only for the money that she collects from Cameo's father.
That's right.
Mrs. Stry says that you agreed to let her keep that money because she gave up spousal support. That's your defense. Is that right?
Yeah, yes.
How much were you collecting for the 2 years that Cameo was in Mr. Stry's custody?
Well, it's originated as $239 a month, and then, but if he didn't work a whole month, then, you know, I only got a portion of that. So it was generally about $185 a month.
You want to explain to me, Ms. Stries, what your defense is? This about waiving spousal support? Tell me about it.
Okay, well, this all started, I needed to get into acquaintance with my biological father after my mother died. And I tried to get Jason to move to Arizona a few times, and he didn't seem too anxious to do that. And I started going through depression and all kinds of feelings of loss and stuff, and I was not myself at all. And I decided that I needed to go be with my family and get to know my biological father. Well, I moved in with my biological father with my 2 children, and I didn't realize that I was walking into a life of hell. I basically moved into a house that was full of drugs. I didn't know this until after I got to Arizona. You know, I mean, I was unaware of it at all. And I got to Arizona, and the house was just,
Okay,
you know,
so it was a
people
bad
coming.
situation.
Very
So-
bad. And I
That was 1999.
Right, I was very stuck.
Let's fast
there.
forward.
I was very stuck because my car broke down and I couldn't work. And so I decided that, you know, I started getting into the drugs, and I decided that the best thing for me to do for my children were to bring them back to their dad.
Good,
Because
so
I
that's
knew
what
he
you
was
did.
a good father.
That's what you did.
Right, but I had to go back down to Arizona to testify to a hearing down there
About what?
about a drug situation that went on in the house.
Let's get to your defense to this action.
Okay. The reason I haven't
The
sent
reason
him
you
the
kept
checks,
the money
right,
is
because he was telling me to go ahead and keep them, because he said that he wanted his wife to be supported by
Is
some
that what
kind
you
of
said
money.
to her?
That's not true. You got to understand, it was a little bit of a precarious situation because I had custody of a daughter that I'm not a biological parent for, and under her situation that she was currently involved with, I was afraid to force the issue because the father might step in, and I had no contact with him. For a long time, he had no idea that I had the kids.
What you're suggesting is that you felt threatened that either the biological father or the defendant would come back to take Cameo if you pressed the issue of the money.
Very much.
Is that right?
I was very, very frightened of that, yes.
Very good. Then what changes that now?
I've spoke with the father, and he knows what's going on.
Then you should have spoken to him before, Mr. Stries. I was very sympathetic for you when I read your papers, and I said he's absolutely entitled to that money. But if what you're telling me is for 2.5 years you decided to forego that, it's not fair now to say, well, I spoke to the father, he's well aware of the situation, he doesn't want custody, and therefore I can go against her for the money. That's really what you're doing.
That is
right?
correct.
Well, you can't do that. That's unfair.
That's unfair?
Yes, it's unfair. If you had put her on notice immediately and said, I want the money that you want, put your hand down. I want the money that you're getting for Cameo, because that's the right thing to do.
I see your point.
You do see my point.
I see your point.
And if you didn't do that because you wanted to keep things quiet and you lulled her into the sense of, well, I'm going to be able to keep this money because he wants to keep things quiet. I mean,
That's not true.
Who are you?
I'm sorry.
Who are you?
My name is Donna.
Who are you to this?
I'm a witness.
Who are you to this case?
I'm a witness to the plaintiff.
Are you his girlfriend?
I guess you can call me that.
I'm not interested in hearing from you. Didn't I make that clear by not acknowledging you?
That's a lie.
Do you understand what I just said?
Yes, I do.
And I want to explain something further to you. These are not your two children.
That's correct.
Don't get involved. Do you understand?
They live with me.
I don't care. Don't get involved.
Fine.
That's a big mistake. It's between these two people, not you. So you get my point?
I get your
You
point.
lulled her into a false sense of security, and I don't care how much she's given you this prodding and say you got to get the money back from her. The smart thing to do is nothing. Now she's sending support. The father is aware of the situation. You want to sue him for support, fine.
To him?
Yes, of course.
For back support?
No,
Okay.
prospective.
Okay.
Back support you pay.
All right. That's going on right now.
Fine. Good. Then, as far as the other money is concerned, it's gone. Kiss it to God. It never happened. We understand each other?
Yes.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
It's not her fault you got involved with the drug
No, it's
culture and
not.
people who commit murder and people who sell drugs and are trying to put your life back in order. An innocent person shouldn't have to suffer because of what a guilty person did.
And later today,
When were you divorced?
It was during summertime.
I know the hour and the second.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jason Stries claims ex-wife Charla Stries owes for the cost to support her child. Jason says he has custody because Charla has a drug problem.
Now, let's get to your nonsense counterclaim. I'll hear you. 30 seconds.
It is nonsense. I personally, I'm just trying to get back on my feet. And I've been trying to do that since I came back in August. And I had to go down to Arizona for another situation that I was in. Someone killed someone with a knife of mine, and I had to go testify.
Ms. Stries, are your two daughters in a good situation for them?
Well, yes
The
and
answer
no.
is they are.
Yes
The
and
answer
no.
is they are.
Right.
In a good situation for them. Stable? Certainly your younger daughter is going to stay with her father. There isn't any question about that unless some family court judge has not eaten a full breakfast. And you should, as the child's mother, have reasonable contact with this child.
Right.
Cameo's a different story.
Right.
The law is more complicated with regard to Cameo because Cameo is not Mr. Stry's biological child. However, I am sure that a court will look at the facts in this case and could very well determine that there are extenuating circumstances. The fact that you are the child's biological parent is not necessarily dispositive of the issue.
Right.
Which, in all probability, should happen because these two little girls have spent their lives together. And to pull one away would be really cruel. And you don't want to be a cruel
That's
parent.
why I don't have her now. Because
Right.
when I came back, I could have taken her. Because there was no law and order set in that he got custody of her.
Does he now have a legal order of temporary custody?
He does at the moment, yes.
Good.
But that was because I did not want to pull her away from her sisters or her dad.
Well, what I'm telling you is you think long and hard. You know, an innocent person shouldn't have to suffer
Right.
because of what a guilty person did. And your daughter Cameo has been with her sister her whole life.
Right.
This is the only family she knows.
Right.
It's not her fault you got involved with the drug
No, it's
culture and
not.
people who commit murder and people who sell drugs and are trying to put your life back in order. May take you another year or so to do that, and that would be half of her life that she spent.
Right.
So
I'm sorry.
you have to think of what the child's best interests involve. And the child's best interest probably involves spending at least her minority with Mr. Stry's, with seeing you regularly if you get your life together.
Right.
That's why you're supposed to
I
do
have-
nothing to interfere with that.
I have
Right?
a lot of evidence that I've
I'm
been
not
getting
interested
my
in
life in order.
I'm not interested in evidence. As long as you started out by saying to me, Mrs. Stry's, that your counterclaim for emotional distress was nonsense, I'm willing to accept that because I don't
Okay.
have to deal with nonsense. Mr. Stry's, it looks to me as if you've done the right thing, like you've acted responsibly, like you're doing a good job with these two girls, like everything is calm. That's the way you got to keep them, right?
That's right.
You're getting support now from her, just started.
Just started,
You're going to
yep.
get support from Cameo's father,
Correct.
as long as he's still in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Good. What?
He's making my recovery impossible. He's never letting me see my kids when he's supposed to. He's
Just a
changing the
second.
days.
You have a court order for visitation?
Not with my oldest daughter, because it's just a temporary thing. And I was supposed to be visiting her on Wednesdays and Saturdays until I got through my treatment. I'm through with my treatment now.
Do you now have an order of visitation for both of your girls?
No. Well, see, one thing that happened is the divorce finalization went on, and I never even knew it was happening.
What you have to do, Mrs. Stries, is seek a court order of visitation.
Okay.
Let me tell you what's going to happen when you seek a court order of visitation with both girls. They will assign a law guardian, a good judge will assign a law guardian to represent the interests of both children. And it may be that especially your older daughter, maybe your younger one too, going to involve a period of time of adjustment, seeing you with a therapist, seeing you under controlled circumstances, getting to know that they can rely on every Wednesday or every Saturday seeing their mother. If their father is a smart man, and I think he is, he has to understand that growing up without any contact with their mother is a very bad thing for them long term. Now, you may get some flack from that from your girlfriend, but I'm telling you that's being short-sighted if that happens, because long-term children should not feel deserted by a parent. They can understand as they get older that their mother may have had a drug problem, and that she's cleaned it up, and that she did the best that she could for them by letting them stay with you, but she still loves them and she's still in their life. That's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That may be taking a hard swallow on your part. You understand?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay, good. I somehow thought you would. You need a set order, not something that you work out together. You need an order of the court that says, this is when you go, this is when you pick them up, this is when you drop them off, this is when you see them, this is a therapist that you're going to see them with, so that you have some understanding. He should not interfere with your recovery, but you have to be proactive. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She is in the children's life right now.
I would like my children back with me,
I understand she has problems,
that my kids get what they need,
and I have hopes that she'll work those out,
and they get to be with both of their parents
and that eventually everything will go a lot more peacefully.
without all this riffraff in the middle.
She's claiming that I'm making things hard for her.
I mean, he used to be my best friend, you know?
I really do believe that she's made it hard on herself.
He claimed to have been, and now he seems like my enemy almost.
My hope that things will continue to improve.
I want to be in my children's life, you know?
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Johnson versus Turner Hall. Step forward.
19-year-old student Courtney Johnson is suing former friends, 19-year-old Justin Turner and 20-year-old Stanley Hall, for causing her to be homeless during spring break.
You were going on spring break. They had a hotel room or a motel room. You and your girlfriend decided that you would sort of tag along and ask if you could share the hotel or motel room with them. So far, is that pretty accurate?
Mm-hmm.
They said, okay, but you're really not supposed to be here. You'll give us some money and we'll all stay together as long as we can. So far, right?
Correct.
You gave them how much?
175.
Okay, they say 164, you say 175, let's say $175. And the $175 was for how many days?
For 6 nights.
For you alone?
Yes.
Then somebody, either you or your girlfriend, went and asked for some towels. And the manager of the hotel or motel said, I rented this room to 4 guys, and this is a girl asking for some towels. You got to get out. Pretty accurate?
Right. Yeah.
You want your money back. Not only do you want your money back, $175, but you want the food that you bought, because you brought food into the room.
Correct.
That they ate. And you want money for your emotional distress.
Correct.
Get over it. That's what you get for your emotional distress. My words. Get over it. You get the same for the food. The only thing we're going to talk about here is $175. Who's going to talk for this team over here?
I'll talk.
And your name is?
Justin Turner.
Justin. You kept $175.
Correct.
Right? You can't keep $175. The $175 was for 6 nights, right? She only stayed there how many nights, Justin?
1.
So why should you keep her $175?
We knew going into it that usually you have wristbands to stay at the hotel, and there was a risk that we might not all be able to stay there. So there was no just agreement that if she got kicked out, she lost her money. If we would have got kicked out, I don't believe we would have got our money either from her.
You didn't give her any money, Justin.
No.
You stayed there. How many nights?
3, 4.
So you left early?
Right. We had
Why?
to leave early. One of the people that came with us was a driver. He had problems with his car and some other stuff, and he had to go home.
But it wasn't anybody's fault that you left. Nobody threw you out.
Got it.
What do you do, Justin?
I'm a student, and I play football.
Student where?
University of Louisville.
Can you divide 175 by 6 in your head?
About $40-some.
I couldn't do it either. My calculator said that it's about $29.
$30.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Sure.
The room was $823.62. We came about where it'd be mainly about $170 a night. So basically, each person was paying $170 a night. So that's where that came from.
Are you following that, Officer Byrd? What he's saying is they decided that each person would spend $175 and pay for one night at the motel. And that would take care of their share for the entire 6 nights. Therefore, she stayed at the hotel one night, $175. Are you getting it now?
I get it.
Are you getting it now?
I get it.
Okay. I feel like I'm doing one of those Jay Leno bits, you know, when he goes jaywalking with people, right? I don't want to deal with it. When you get him outside, try to explain it to him. Listen, from the $175, we deduct $30. $145. That's what you get back. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I paid to stay with these guys for a week. Whenever I got kicked out, I had no alternative plan.
They're just trying to help them out, trying to give them a thing, a place to stay, but they want to abuse it by going downstairs and exposing themselves to the management, to which we was penalized, and they got kicked out.
They couldn't have went to Florida without me. One of the people that were supposed to go with them left or was not able to go with them, so if it wasn't for me and the other girl that went with me, they wouldn't even been going.
She said that if we couldn't go unless they could go, but she didn't tell you about, she can go unless we went.
Make your plans in advance. If things don't work out, don't go.
24-year-old file clerk Barbie Smith is suing 22-year-old student Angeline Romero for damages resulting from a road rage assault.
Yeah, this is case number 45 on the calendar, the matter of Smith versus Romero. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Smith, it is your claim that the defendant assaulted you while you were crossing a street.
Yes,
You were
ma'am.
crossing the street, she was driving her car. Ms. Romero, who you didn't know prior to this incident, says that whatever she did, she acted in self-defense. So why don't you tell me when this happened?
The date was January 28th. It was a Tuesday, about 8:50 in the morning.
January 28th of 2003 at 8:50 a.m.
Yes.
And where did it happen?
On the corner of Cherokee and Bayard.
All right, and what were you doing there?
I was getting off the bus going to school, and I proceeded to cross the street.
How wide is the street?
I have exactly the pictures right here.
Thanks, Bert. Okay, I see where you got off the bus and I see the street. So tell me what happened.
I proceeded across the street. I was halfway there. All of a sudden, I heard honking, just honking, and she proceeded to push on the gas and bump my knee. And
were you walking slowly?
No, I wasn't. I was walking my normal. I did it every day. And
who do you live with, Miss Smith?
I live by myself with me and my kids.
How many children do you have?
3.
And how do you support yourself?
I'm a file clerk right now.
Okay, do you get any sort of disability?
No. But I am currently going through therapy ever since this happened.
Prior to this happening?
Prior to this happening.
Whatever. Sorry.
Before this happened, were you getting any treatment?
No. Before
any medication?
No. And I traveled that road. I traveled that road every
So
time.
you're crossing the street and she hit your knee with the car. And then what happened?
As soon as I got on the phone with the cops.
You got on the phone or she did?
No, as soon as I grabbed the phone from the passerby said she was going to call the cops, she reached into her car and threw a bottle at my chest and then took off. She just took off. I got her license plate number, though, and that's when I had called the cops. I got a police report.
Can I see it, please? Who is this lady who's with you?
This is my mother. She,
Okay, I just wanted to know. She wasn't there that day.
No. But she saw bruises on me from the bottle.